guys, I hope you're all doing very well. So I'm back today with another fragrance review. I'm going to be talking about the second fragrance from Rihanna, which is called Rebelle. Now just so there's no confusion, this is different from her first fragrance. I know the name is very similar and the bottle is practically identical, but it's a new fragrance. So this was her original one, Rebelle Fleur, which I've already done a review on. And this one is just called Rebelle, and it is completely different in terms of, you know, the actual fragrance, so just know that it's a new one. So here is the Rebelle ad, and it's a very close-up picture of her face, but the funny thing is, this isn't the full advertisement. I didn't even know this, but when I went to New York like a week ago, and they had this huge billboard of this fragrance, like the ad for it, right at Times Square, and it's Rihanna just sitting like on the floor, and she's completely naked, and she has like one arm kind of just like covering her boobs, and then like her legs are kind of like crossed, so she's like hiding everything. So that's the full ad, but the ad you get on the box and the samples is just like her face. So we have Rihanna back in her like bright red hair day, and you know, just simple makeup, and she does have a tattoo. You can't really... I thought you could see it more than that, but it's like... You can see her tattoo. I don't even know what it says, but anyway. That is the ad, and that just slides right off of the box to reveal the actual box. This is just a bright red color with the name of the fragrance written, and the gold ribbons sort of zigzagging down the front of the box and going around it as well. And then on the top of the box is Rebelle by Rihanna. So I also got a few samples just to have for like the collection. So the samples are better this time around than her first fragrance, because the first fragrance had like the bubble samples, which I think I showed you in the review, and they're kind of like one-time use, or like maybe two. But these ones are like, you get the card and the ad, but then you get an actual like vial of it. It's not a spray vial, it's the one that you like pop the cap off and like use it. But yeah, then you get to see the picture of the bottle and everything, and the back is just like the box. So as for the bottle, it is exactly the same as the original fragrance. It's just the coloring that has changed. So her first one was the same stiletto bottle with the black ribbon and the black top, and now we have red ribbon, red top, and the gold bands kind of going across the lid there. The lid comes off like that, and then we have the golden sprayer. Okay, so I did manage to get some official Rebelle tester strips. I was surprised they actually made them, because like they had the Rebelle Fleur ones that actually say Rebelle Fleur, and these ones say Rebelle, so they're like, you know, they redid them for this one, so that was kind of fun. Okay, so the fragrance is quite different from the original one. This scent is very rich and sweet, but it's not a candy sweet, it's not a fruity sweet. It is a very creamy, rich sweetness that is actually quite different from most of the fragrances you might think of when you think sweet. It's not really similar in that regard, but you'll see what I mean once I like tell you what's in it. Okay, so in the top note of the fragrance, we have plum, strawberry, and ginger. But please do not let this top note influence your purchasing of this scent, because it really is the heart and the base of the scent that comprise the main, that will give it the most character. There's two particular ingredients that really dominate the scent, and those are both found in the heart and the base. Now when you first spray the fragrance, you do get to smell that ginger. However, it's very, very brief. When I say brief, I mean like it lasts probably about 8 to 12 seconds. Like you spray it on, and I can smell that very fresh, clean, gingery smell. Like, you know when you get like sushi or whatever, they give you like the ginger, like you can actually smell that. Like it smells like that very sharp, fresh, crisp ginger. But it lasts for about 12 seconds, and then it like fades away. When you wear it on your skin, you can't smell the ginger at all. I feel like I only smell the ginger when I like sample it. The plum, I have never smelt the plum in this fragrance. I don't know where that plum is, I don't know what the plum is doing. As for the strawberry, let's just discuss that one strawberry for a moment. It's so funny because I've smelt this a lot, I've worn it a couple times, and I never smell the strawberry, but there was one day where I sprayed it and I smelled strawberry, and I was like strongly, and I was like, oh, you know, where's that been hiding this whole time? But that experience has never happened again, and I feel as though maybe I was just crazy that day, or I was really wanting that strawberry, but like, I feel like I've never smelt it again. So my conclusion on the top note is that the plum is not there. The strawberry was there once, made a cameo, and died. And the ginger is there for 8 seconds. So, you know, let's just move on to what the fragrance is really about, and that starts in the heart. So in the heart of the fragrance, we get the first of those 2 ingredients that dominate the scent, and that is the cocoa beans, the chocolate. So we have the chocolate, the vanilla orchid, and the heliotrope. So it smells very rich and chocolatey. That is one thing I can say about this scent. The vanilla orchid gives it that sort of creamy floral smell as well. The heliotrope, I mean, it kind of gets masked by like the richness of those cocoa beans and the chocolate. So I wouldn't really say that that's a standout. At this point, it really is just the rich chocolatiness and the soft, creamy floral character of the vanilla orchid, which I love. It's my favorite flower. Whatever brief memory we have of the ginger is gone, and any chance that the strawberry had to appear is, you know, we're past that point. So it really is just the chocolatey goodness and the creamy floral. This leads us quickly into the base of the fragrance, where we have the second note that is the dominating note, and that is the coffee. There's coffee in this fragrance. There's also amber, musk, and patchouli. So a lot of really bold, strong ingredients are in this fragrance, and that's what makes it so strong, so rich, and so long-lasting. So that coffee, it really smells like freshly brewed coffee. Like it smells like coffee, I'm not gonna lie. You can also really smell that warmth, that sweet warmth from the amber. And it does smell musky. Like, it's not a clean smelling scent. Other than those 8 seconds of ginger, it's not a clean smelling scent. And the patchouli, you know, patchouli has that earthy green, well, mainly earthy kind of scent. So I'm gonna say it's a dirty fragrance, but I don't want you to think that that makes it gross. It just makes it not quite as, you know, soft. It's not soft, it's not pretty, it's not like feminine, it's not like, you know, those kind of words don't come to mind. It really is bold, rich, and very sexy. I'm gonna say sexy. The coffee and the chocolate really blend well together, and I always think of like Starbucks whenever I wear this fragrance, because it makes you think of like a Frappuccino. Which one in particular? That one with like the bits, the Java chip, I think that's what it's called. Java chip Frappuccino, where you have like, you know, it's like coffee and chocolate. I always think of that when I like wear this, and then it really makes me want one. So you might get a little bit hungry when you wear this fragrance. It's very long lasting. I think that's one thing I can, you know, say about Rihanna fragrances. They last a long time, and this one, you know, it lasts just as long as the original one. And, you know, when to wear it, it's not really a spring or summer fragrance. I think it really is more of a fall or winter kind of scent. And as I said before, more of like an evening, more evening wear. Now in terms of other products, you can get the body lotion and the shower gel, as well as a roll-on. They currently have it in a gift set, at least here in Canada we do, where we have the large bottle, the lotion, the shower gel, and the roll-on. I bought this before that came out, so I didn't get any of like the products really, so I don't have anything to really review in that regard. But I can say that this is the 50 milliliter size. You can get a larger size, which is 100 milliliters, or you can get the smaller 30 milliliter. But I never actually see the 30 milliliter bottles on the shelves. Like, I read up on them, but like I never actually see them. I only see these two. I think the 50 ml is fine because it's so strong that like you don't need a lot. Like, you only need like 2 sprays. and it'll last you like all night. So I think this is a good size. And in terms of free gifts, I was hoping they would have like a bag or something, or like a lotion, but they didn't really have any of those. But they were giving away, I thought this was like, I don't know, it was sort of like a weird gift for like the fragrance, but they gave me a free copy of her latest CD, Talk That Talk. So it was kind of like random, like right when I was like almost done purchasing it, she's like, oh, and you get this, and she like dropped it in the bag, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay, so that is pretty much the end of the review. I'm going to do a quick summary of the fragrance. So, Rebelle by Rihanna is a rich, musky, creamy, delicious, gourmand fragrance. It's quite heavy, it's quite long-lasting. The fragrance starts off with some plum, some strawberry, and some ginger. The ginger lasts for about 12 seconds, giving it that nice, sharp freshness, and the plum and the ginger are hiding in the closet somewhere. They might pop up to say hello, but probably not. The heart of the fragrance, we have the vanilla orchid, the chocolate, and the heliotrope. The chocolate being probably the strongest note in the fragrance. It makes the fragrance rich and creamy, and you smell sort of just like a soft, creamy floral note from the orchid and the heliotrope. And then we get to the base of the fragrance where we have the patchouli, the musk, the amber, and the coffee. The amber gives it that nice, rich warmth, and that coffee gives it the rest of its strong character, overall making it smell like a chocolate coffee dessert, and it's very pleasant on your skin. Not a light scent, so don't wear it during the summer days. Keep it for evenings or for winter use. Okay, so that is the end of my review. I hope you guys enjoyed that. My choice of the two, I would say I kind of prefer the original one a little bit more. Yeah, I do. I like this one better. But this was still, you know, I was impressed by it, and it's still just as high quality, I think, as the first one. So it definitely gets my approval. Okay, guys, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time for some more reviews.